The oil company CGX is still optimistic that they will discover oil, and that sentiment was expressed at a press conference held at the Pegasus Hotel on Friday last to update stakeholders and the public about its operations. When attorney at law Nigel Hughes asked whether Guyana has the institutional infrastructure to manage the economic development and the financial management, board chairman of CGX Dr. Suresh Narain said that there is no such institutions as yet, but with time and consultation, that can all change.
This is a process. Very few countries that found oil had the capability to deal with it when they found it. And so the fact that we have been in the search gives us some lead time to begin to develop those institutions. But I think we must be very careful that, the tendency sometimes is to build a map for a highway system that hasn't been built yet. I think this is something that has to be done hand in hand, very carefully, with a lot of consultation. But the short answer to your question is absolutely. I don't think we have the institutions.
When asked whether citizens will benefit from the discovery, Dr. Narain said that that will be up to politicians, but hopes to see a healthy discussion among the political leaders.
I think this is really not a question for CGX, although CGX is very willing to play a role. And we have been playing a very supportive role. But I think that this is really a question for people like Kim Raj and Rupert and the erstwhile gentleman to your left. And I hope that we're going to begin to see a very healthy discussion among our political leaders that are here on how we handle this. But certainly, if we are to pose questions like these to private sector companies and we look for answers from them, I would gently suggest that that's the wrong approach. This has to be a made in Guyana solution.
Canadian High Commissioner David Devine said that it is not CGX's call to say how revenues generated are spent, but it is up to the government.
So all that we've been trying to be able to do is make sure that people understand that this is a process. You have to get the regulatory elements involved. You have to be able to get as well the regulations correct. You have to be able to have institutions built that are able to manage the process. It's not CGX or anyone else's determination how money is spent from the revenues that are obtained. It is the governments and the politicians that have to be able to decide those particular elements of it. But what I think is important is that there's a recognition that institutions have to be put in place in order to be able to protect and to be able to move that ahead.
Should CGX hit oil, a survey done by the United States Geological Survey, USGS, estimates some 15 billion barrels of oil in the Guyana-Suriname reserves. Yannick December, reporting for Capital News.